This meeting is being recorded.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our Ghana webinar. Today we have Mustafa Ibrahim and Christian Ohe. Just before we start, I will go through some housekeeping rules. If you have any technical issues, please do check your connection, log in and log back out. After the webinar, I'll be sending the slides as well as the speakers' details, and you have the right to start now.
Yes, good afternoon to all of you, and a very warm welcome to the IFA Ghana Chapter online CPD webinar. Let me first of all congratulate all our new members who joined the Institute last month. A very big congratulations to you, and welcome to the IFA and the whole IPA group family. And we thank you for your decision to join us. And also, let me announce to all of us that the IFA London conference is coming on live on 25th of May, and it's happening in London. Members who applied, who registered for the conference and have gone through the process. Some of us have started receiving calls to complete the process, and I am advising that let's all continue to remain patient whilst we wait for the results from the British High Commission. Without much ado, we have today's session, a very interesting session. I've always talked about we obtaining the required 40 CPD hours. We are supposed to accumulate 40 CPD for the whole year. And I believe that we started the second quarter of the year. And we have the CPD records on our dashboards. And I am believing that most of us know how we are performing when it comes to attaining the required CPD. That is why we continue to organize this very important IFA CPD events for all of us to join, and we have it online so that there will be no barrier of entrance, unless perhaps you have very bad internet that you can't join. But we always advise that we have series of interesting programs we always discuss here, and it's very good for us to, apart from obtaining the CPD points required, to also polish our skills and expand our knowledge and create more networking for all of us. Today's session is being recorded, and we are going to make the session live on the IFA YouTube channel, which you can check on YouTube, like the channel, follow the channel, and receive more updates from CPD events organized from all other parts of the world. You know, the IFA is present in 80 different countries, and most of the CPD events we are unable to attend. So you visit the YouTube link and then register. Today we are talking about a very important topic. We are talking about workplace ethics, but we are streamlining our workplace ethics to how effective personal branding can push the agenda of a good workplace ethics. And we have invited a very busy man, Mr. Mustafa Ibrahim, He's a very busy man. It has taken me a very long time to have him on this session. Our session was booked, I think, 2 months way back and forth. We had to discuss the topic, go in and out, just to make it very relevant for our purpose. So without much ado, let me introduce to you all Mr. Mustafa Ibrahim. He's going to talk more about him. I know that Mr. Mustafa is a life coach and a public speaker. I have followed him for a long time. I've listened to a lot of his talks, and I am blessed that today we have him to give us this session. Mr. Mustafa Ibrahim, I hope you enjoyed the salad.
Yeah, the salad is great, and but unfortunately, I was doing a training program, so I couldn't enjoy the salad.
Well, I fasted with you, so maybe I have to meet you around the corner and then take my salad.
Great, that's
yes,
great.
Welcome, Mr. Mustafa, to the IFA Ghana Chapter, and like I told you behind closed doors, we are very, very happy to have you give us this session today. The floor is yours, Mustafa, and thank you.
Thank you very much for that opportunity. I just believe that at the end of this session, I'm going to make one friend and make sure that one person gets something from this. My name is Ibrahim Mustafa. I'm a public speaking coach. I am an author of 19 different books, and I train people to speak in public for a living. So in the past 5 years, I've reached out to over 50,000 people, online and offline, just to let them get a voice. So today, I would like to share my screen, and we just have to get started. It's not about me, it's just about you. What are you going to benefit from today? So let me just share my screen and let's get started. And what are we talking about today? How do you ensure good workplace ethics? And I'm going to channel that through personal branding. And in this session, we are going to look at a little bit of ethics. And I know all of you who are in this call, you know ethics more than myself. You know how to even portray yourself in a way, but then in one way or the other, we slip off and we forget some things. So today we are going to re-ensure. I'm going to talk more about personal branding and how you can use that to help your organization. So it's not a day of definitions, but it's a day that will help you. The question is, why ethics? Why personal branding? Why are we talking about ethics today? And why personal branding in 2022? I just believe that. And for those of you who like definitions, I'm not a man of definitions. But then let's go through some basic things that we need to know. And I saw a definition quite interesting about ethics. And it says that these are moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. So maybe you are at work, you are at maybe with your family, you are in your community, you are in your society. There are some rules that govern you. And if you live by those rules, one, you may create an opportunity for yourself. Two, you may be able to help a lot of people with your persona and what you do. Let's assume that we have a community without ethics, that anybody can just wake up and do whatever they want. I can just get up and pick a gun and start shooting people because I don't like them. We can never have that system. So today we are going to look at one or two things, but I'm going to focus more on the personal branding because in my opinion, and working with a lot of organizations and a lot of people, I realize that they don't even know what personal branding is to them. So if you don't know your personal brand, you can do anything. If you don't know what is at stake for you, you will be able to do anything at any time. You don't care whether your brand is affected or not. So today we are going to focus more on the persona of you, the brand that you have for yourself. What is it that you want to achieve and all those things? So I'm just going to start by letting you know that good ethics start with personal branding. If you don't know that brand that you have, if you don't even know who you are, I'm telling you, like I said, anything goes. You can wake up at any time, go to work at any time. When they call you, decide not to pick, you decide to do whatever you want to do. You go to work late, you close very early, and you incorporate all these things because you don't know what is at stake. You don't know that your brand is going to be affected. The reality is that anywhere you are working at today is going to help you in the near future. You have started your brand signature, and that will travel with you throughout your life. A critical example was when I went back to my senior high school. They asked me to come and organize a program for them. Like 10 years late, like I completed 10 years ago. And I was asked to come there and do a training program. But when I was talking with the headmaster, before, like we were having back and forth discussions about the program, how it's going to be, someone came into the office. And that person came from United States of America, just traveled all the way from United States of America to Ghana. And that person was an FBI agent. And I wanted to excuse them to talk, but he said, oh, it's okay, since I'm a past student, I may be able to stay and listen to the conversation. And what ensued? He asked of a certain guy's student, the name of that student. And by that time, the headmaster was not there. And he asked, oh, do you know this student? And the headmaster said, let me check through my records. And the headmaster asked 2 questions. Which year? Can you tell me the year? And maybe the purpose of asking. He just said, oh, he completed this school in 2001. So we want to find out about him. So is there a teacher who used to be teach in this school in that period? And can we get that teacher or that particular headmaster? He said, yes. So he called some few old teachers. Luckily, there was a teacher who was still teaching there. So, and the guy started asking questions. How was this person? Do you know this person? Can you bring his records out? So they got his records and it started reading the bio of this guy. And apparently this guy was he was enrolled in one of the top companies in US, and they wanted to do due diligence about him. So he was not aware that someone from US will even travel to a senior high school. And this is what personal branding can do to you. So if you are working in an organization and you think that, oh, I can do whatever I want, no one cares about me, I don't have a brand, but project into the near future, 10 years, 20 years, where do you want to be? If you want to travel out, if you want to go global, which we will talk about, you are going to be affected. And that is why you need to take your personal branding very serious. At whatever you are, at work, in school, even with your family members. Believe you me, this FBI agent had to go to all the places this guy worked in. He used to work as a security guard after school, after senior high school, and he was directed to go there. He asked all the relevant questions. And the reality is, if he finds something very intriguing or something negative about this guy, he will go back and recommend. And this guy in US will lose all his jobs and contracts. So the actions you take today can affect you in the next 10 years or even 20 years. And that's why we need to talk about personal branding and how you can take that serious. So the first thing is that good ethics start with personal branding. So the first official question I want to ask you is, what do you want to achieve? What is your destination? You can see that eagle there. He has a destination. He has something that he wants. Maybe you want success, maybe you want money, maybe you want opportunities, maybe you want even travel opportunities, whatever you want. It's up to you. But the question I want to ask, and I want you to take it through in your mind as you are processing this, what do you want to achieve? A lot of people have asked you, maybe what is your vision, what is it? But then my question is, what do you want to achieve? What is your destination? What is the brand that you want to build? How do you want people to reflect when they mention your name? How do you want people to feel when they are talking to you? When you are not at work and something happens, how will they pursue or perceive that maybe if you had to be there, what will happen? For some of you, the common answer is, if this person was there, he would have caused trouble. If this person, A, B, C, was at work when this thing happens, maybe he would have helped solve the situation. So what is the brand? What is the destination? What do you want to achieve? And a lot of people just go to work. You wake up, you go to work. You wake up, you go to work. You don't have a strategic vision for yourself. So if you don't know what you want to achieve, believe you me, you are never going to achieve anything. So before we start, I want you to put this one. It's a rhetorical question. What do you want to achieve? Even on this call, what do you want to achieve here? What do you want? And once you keep on asking that question, project that and write that down. Set goals to be able to achieve that. Set goals to be able to what? Make that possible. Set goals in the next 10, 20 years, what do we want to do? And based on that, we can keep on with this. So if you have questions, just put them down. There will be time for questions, and there will be time for you to be able to what? Ask all the questions that you want. But then I want to touch a little about how to build your brand. And all what I'm going to focus on now is about how do you build that brand that will take you to places? How do you build that brand that will create opportunities for you? How do you build that personal brand that if you use that brand, your organization will benefit? How will you become a beneficial factor to your organization? Are you beneficial to your organization? Are you just an asset or a liability to your organization? So maybe now I'll start using accounting terms. Are you an asset or a liability to your organization? And will someone confidently point out to you and say, go to this guy, he will be able to solve that problem? Or is it going to be someone telling your superiors, your past superiors, telling your current employers that this guy is not reliable? We cannot depend on this guy because he has no brand, he has no focus. Right. So based on all this, I just want to touch on a little on how you can be able to build some ethics and some probing questions that I want to ask going forward. But after this, we will be talking about personal branding. So there are some few questions that will come. And the first question is, are you dependable? Can we depend on you? If we need you to come to work on time, will you be there? Are you sure that we can leave all the company's finances in your watch and we will still come and meet it like that? Are you punctual? Are you disciplined? And talking about punctuality, some of you may think that, okay, I'm just working as an accountant, I'm just a finance guy, and nothing happens. If I come late, it's okay, even though they're not paying me much, so I can come at any time. No one can talk to me about whatever it is because I'm older than even the CEO, or I have the same certificates like the CEO. And that's some of the questions that I see people, or some of the concerns, or some of the issues that people raise. Oh, I'm even qualified as the CEO or a director, so he cannot even tell me anything. He's afraid of me, right? Do you have that discipline to be able to do the right thing? Do you have a code of conduct? What is your code of conduct? How do you make a difference? So you need to be dependable. You need to cultivate self-discipline. You need to be punctual. You need to even believe in the company that you are working with. That may not be where you want to be, but that will lead you to where you want to go to. And that is what many people forget. We are working at somewhere, but then our dream is to work at a higher place. So we do anything. We wake up late, we come to work late, we talk to our colleagues anyhow. We don't even know that our colleagues can be the barrier to us getting opportunities. And that's the reason why some people, when they leave a job today, the next day they get another job. But others, it will take them like 5 years before they can land another job. So now we talk about how do you build your personal brand. And the first one is you need to create yourself. Are you taking efforts to create who you are? Do you even believe in yourself? Everybody is born naked. But then to be different, you need to create yourself. You need to look at yourself and ask those questions. Who am I becoming? And sometimes, as you can see, it's painful to create yourself. You need to dig deeper. You need to do things that maybe you don't like them, you don't like to do those things, but then because you want to become a better person, because you want to add value to society, because you want to add value to yourself and to your family, you need to go through that painful process to create yourself. And that's the brand that you need to pursue. That's the brand that you need to create to be able to do what you are supposed to do. So it's a painful process like you've seen, but you need to create it. And if it takes like 10 years, 20 years to create that brand, by doing the right things, you just need to do that. And you don't need to take anything for granted. So the first step is to create yourself, go through that pain, and do what you are supposed to do. And the second thing is you need to act with integrity, particularly when no one is looking. Let me take this again. You need to act with integrity, particularly when no one is looking. So you need to help your organization raise the standard. Help your organization, even if no one is there to give you compliment. Some of you get annoyed because you are working hard and no one is saying thank you. You are working, you are doing ABC and no one is even telling you that, okay, it's going to be fine. When you get sick and no one comes to visit you, you get annoying, right? When you do something, you achieve something and your boss says, okay, we've achieved it, you feel annoying because your boss didn't mention your name or the director didn't mention that, okay, this is the person who has made all the achievements. And if you keep on complaining, you don't have that integrity. You lack integrity. And the question also is, are you willing to merge your professional life to your personal life? Because some people, you have two sides, two lives. At work, you are this. At home, you are that. When you are with your friends, you are this. So sometimes you find it difficult handling all this type of lifestyles because there are times that you are at work and your workers know you to be this. You go home, you are aggressive. You are beating people all around, or you are a serial gossip, right? You don't have that integrity. But based on the fact that you want to build a brand, you need to be able to be the person who is helping, pushing the organization, pushing your colleagues to win. Your role is to push other people to win. Help your organization, help your company without waiting for them to help you, without asking for anything back. Yes, the work, the pay, whatever it is will come naturally. But then the more you do this, the more it helps you work on your next job. The more it's working you, position you well to become a global player. And let's go to the next thing. I want to see, what is your story? How do you understand your story? And how are you using your brand story to be able to impact people? Who are you in the first place? What are the experiences you've gone through? I can tell you for a fact that I don't know all of you, I don't know your names, but you've gone through a lot of tough times in your lives. You've gone through a lot of struggles in your organization. You've gone through a lot that if you were to share your stories to the world, you will be able to change a lot of people. You will be able to change a lot of things. But because you're afraid, you are not even telling your brand story, you don't even understand your brand story, and some of you complain through your brand story. The things are enough. I work hard, but I don't get paid. There are a lot of challenges at home and things are not working, global, whatever. You keep complaining about your story. Instead of using your story to create a future for you and your family and the legacy that you want to leave, you keep complaining, you keep doing things that will not help you and that things that will hurt your organization. Believe you me, whatever you do today, you are putting your name at stake. You are putting your organization's name at stake. you are putting your family's name at stake. So the unborn children that you have, the children, your children's children, the generations yet to come may be able to use your name to build a future for themselves, or it will use their name, your name, to hurt you. Let's build two classical names. I want to mention two classical names, and I'm going to use Ghana as an example and global. Elon Musk. Do you think the children of Elon Musk or Bill Gates, I'm not talking about riches, will get opportunities in the next 10 years? There are people who are dead, right? But we still use their name. Martin Luther King, he's no more. But there are some people who are still using his name to benefit. There are people in Kwame Nkrumah. I think 2 years ago, I had a program with Samia Yaba Nkrumah, and she's still using the father's name to get opportunities. Wherever she goes to, they say, this is Nkrumah's daughter. And she's proud. But in other cases, let's assume your father was Atayi, that notorious criminal, and you will never even be proud to mention that this is my father. No. So I'm just trying to let you know that your brand, whatever you do today in your organization, your personal life, will be something that someone can feed on. So think about it. Your name, just your name, like my name, Ibrahim Mustafa, and someone growing up in the next maybe 10 years, 20 years, and they are able to present my name and say, my father is Ibrahim Mustafa, or my relative is Ibrahim Mustafa, and based on that, you create opportunities for that person. Will that not be beautiful? And I know that all of you can do that. And that's the purpose that's why I've taken this mantle to do this particular webinar, because you need to have a brand. No matter your brand story, you need a brand story, and you need that brand because you are powerful. You can do great things. And that is why you need to understand and use your brand story. And I'll tell you how to use your brand story in the next chapters. Do you know that is teamwork? It's not just about you. You cannot do it alone. You are great, but yes, you can never do it alone, no matter who you are. And this is what some of you will go through. You will think that you are the integral part of the organization. So you decide to behave anyhow. You talk to people anyhow. You talk to your colleagues anyhow because you feel like without me, the organization can never survive. Let me let you know. 10 years ago, the organization was still alive. And 30 years, the organization will still be there without you. So never think that because you are you, or you are handling one part of the organization's assets or whatever, without you, the organization can never survive. Look at this. And that is what you all go through. Whatever you are doing is like surgery. You are trying to perform surgery on the organization, on an individual. And any mistake, any slight mistake will cause the organization. Look at what they are doing. If the doctor thinks that, okay, maybe I can do it alone, who will handle the lights? Who will be able to pick the gauze or the scissors and give it to him when he needs that? When they are working and lights goes out, what will he do if he was the only person? What I can tell you is that that person they are operating on will have just died because one person cannot handle it. But here they are. It's a teamwork. So understand that it's teamwork. So if you are going to work, please make sure you are happy. Make the people around you happy. Don't go there, you are frowning, you bring your problems at home, you bring your problems from the house. Maybe there's no food at home or something happens and you bring that problem. No, make sure that your workplace is lively. Maybe you may not doing that, you may never be doing that, but then start that today. Wherever you find yourself, make sure that there's life there. Make sure that you are a team player. Someone may step on you and you will know that, yes, this person has done me A, B, C, D, but then because you are a team player and you want all of you to win, you go out and you let your team win. So it's about teamwork, please. If I start clapping this one with one hand, you see, it's one. There's no sound. I'll add two. I'm going 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can see when I bring 5, there's the sound and you can hear that. And there's no more effort. But now, when I start with 1, I may be clapping and no one will listen. And that is what will happen to you if you believe that you can do it alone. You will clap, you keep on clapping, you are working hard, and no one will notice you. Opportunities will come. Oh, we are going to London next 2 weeks. We are going to US next 3 months. We are going here. And you will never hear those opportunities because you feel like you are the boss and you can do it alone. So it's teamwork. And the next thing is understand people. If you understand people, I think we will not even need to talk about ethics. Understand people and know that people are different. We all have different opinions, right? And we all have different mentalities. And we are all from different cultures, different backgrounds, and different career paths. So if you see someone who is maybe you've been working with someone in your organization, you've never seen that person angry, right? And one day you just go and you start seeing the person angry and yelling and talking, please don't talk back. Don't yell back. 10 years, you've never had that encounter. Try to understand the problem and try to know that sometimes we bring problems from home and we allow that to affect everybody. So when you understand people and know that some people just want to show off. In my career, I just understand that because I talk to students, I talk to people, there are some people who just want to show off. So when you are with them, they want to show you the number of cars they have, the number of places they've traveled to, the house they have, the money they have, and all those things. How their parents used to be rich, they just want to show off. This is a group of people. Please don't start questioning too much and say, oh, you are lying. Oh, this person is always. No, just accept them. But know in your mind that, okay, it's just bluffing. And this is the type of people who want to show off. They want everybody to see them. And in your organization, you will meet those type of people. Any small thing, yeah, they want to show off. Without a CEO, some of you don't work. But when you see the board of directors or the bosses in your organization, you start putting things together, trying to let people know that you are working. So there are a group of people who also act like that. And there are some people, they will affect you and infect you with complaints. From the day one, when they come to work, they are just complaining about how things are not good, about the new management, about the new boss, about all the things that are not working on in your organization. If you don't take time, you will follow them and you complain all day and nothing will solve for you because you have gone to complain mode and you will never get any opportunity. So understand people and just let them be. If you need to move away from them, so be it. And also, please, this one, I just want to beg you with this. You need to go online, please. You need to build a solid reputation on and offline. It's not something that you need to even debate me on. A lot of you don't have a personal website. How will they figure you out? But let me let you know, a personal website may not get you all the leads you want, but it makes you professional, which I'll talk about later. You don't have LinkedIn. You're not on LinkedIn. No one can find you. On Instagram, yes, Instagram as a corporate worker is optional. You may be there or not. But there are some platforms that if you want to look professional and if you want to get opportunities, you need to be on those platforms. And one is LinkedIn. You don't have an excuse because you need to go global. And believe you me, I met a Christian on LinkedIn and we are doing this today. So LinkedIn is a place that you can get opportunities, you can get to partnerships, you can get new connections, you can be able to grow as a person on LinkedIn. You can be on Facebook, but then you can also create your own website. If I search you on Google, will I see you? If I will not see you, and if I add some keywords to your name and I don't find you, please, then you are joking. And some of you take this, you are not even serious about this. Going online, oh, you say, oh, the Facebook crowd, how do they do it? Some of you can't even attach emails well. You can't even attach documents to your emails well. But please, start learning all this. And all what I'm telling you today If you want to learn how to even create a better LinkedIn profile, just go onto YouTube, 10 minutes video. I'm telling you, you are going to learn a lot about how to build your social presence. So please go onto LinkedIn, create your Facebook, be on Facebook. LinkedIn, you don't need to post occasionally. Just be there. Any job opportunity that you get, update it on your LinkedIn profile, because that is your digital CV. On Facebook, if you have the opportunity to create a WordPress website, someone can create that for you in Ghana for 500 Ghana cedis. And you use like 100 cedis to host it. And people will go to your page, read your articles. The articles you write, post them on your Facebook pages, on your LinkedIn. You can even use LinkedIn to write and publish articles. If some of you want to publish books, great, do that, because it helps your personal brand. And the beauty of it is that if you are on LinkedIn, and for those of you who are looking for international opportunities, I just want you to know this. If you go onto LinkedIn and you check the name of an organization, let's say we are looking for Facebook staff, you will see all the people who are working for that organization. How beautiful will that be if your LinkedIn profile can help give your company the highest value? So that's another aspect of ethics. Make yourself online, post things that will build your brand reputation, post things that will let people love your organization, post things that will let people invest in your organization, because your organization needs money to survive. And if you are posting ethically, don't you think people will like to work with them? I will never like to work with an organization if I see the staff or employees keep on posting things about sexual abuse, like insulting people, insulting, like just posting scrap on social media. No, I will never work with you, because you don't have a corporate culture. So you need to go online. And the time is now. Start it now. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, create it. Anything that you find difficult in, go onto YouTube and learn something new today. Then never stop learning. Please, never stop learning. As accountants or whoever has joined, learning is key. If you don't stop learning, I'm telling you, things will happen in your industry and you will never get to know about them. Now we are talking about crypto, NFTs. How can accountants live up to that pace? How can you also be important in that field? So you need to keep on learning. Learning is something that you should keep on doing every day. And this is one of the learning platforms. So you can go to school, pick another certificate, and like some of you are obsessed with certificates, too much certificates. No, please learn, make learning a priority. And that is why some people can even cheat in an exams to get the certificate. And I'm not an exception. I used to, when I was doing my HND first degree, one of like two, right? You will find yourself, because at that time I had no purpose. I just wanted to pass. But now I've realized that it's not about passing. It's about applying the knowledge. If you are going to learn a course now and you don't need a certificate, don't do it. Learn and start learning. Learn new things. Learn about how to even work with your colleagues. Learn about the new trends in your industry. Become an expert and do more. Is it right or wrong? So where are you now? Judge yourself now. If I'm going to give you a chance to judge yourself. Are you always on the right side? Or are you also always on the wrong side? Right? There are right things and wrong things that you need to consider. So you need to create a blend. If something is not good for you, please forget. If something is not good, don't do it. Don't do it. Know what is right and understand what is wrong. Create a code of ethics or a standard for yourself and for your organization. If it's right, Christian.
Yes, it's okay now. We are on. I think we had a little technical challenge, but We are back.
Okay. Okay. So where did it stop? I didn't realize.
Just a few seconds.
Okay, great, great. So you need to know and create that boundary for yourself. Is what you are going to do right, or is it wrong? If you create that balance, you need to just stop and say, no, I'm never going to do this. So you need to have that balance. And a lot of people don't have that balance. And that's where you will see something can just happen in the organization. Maybe there's some available money that no one is watching, and they will just decide to say, okay, I'm going to take this one. And because you don't have that right or wrong judgment.
The audit work.
So you don't have that right or wrong destiny. And you need to stay updated. Whatever you do, wherever you are, stay updated, please. Stay updated to your industry. Stay updated. Don't, what is the new trends? What is happening in your accounting field? What are some of the softwares that are coming up that you need to know? SPSS, those new softwares that are coming up, you need to learn them, right? You need to stay updated. Know the industry analysis, what is happening internationally, globally, and how can you contribute to that? And staying updated will not simply mean that watch things to happen. Also be part of the people who are creating the updates. If there are articles that you need to write about what you think can be updated in your industry, push that on, right? If it is programs that you want to organize like this to keep your industry updated, put it on. Build a brand around that. Don't just consume. Stay updated and also pushing content. That will make you who you want to become. If you stay updated, I'm telling you, you are going to create opportunities for yourself. Please stay updated. This one, I don't know how to say it. If I want to beg you, I'll use 2 bags of cement to beg you. Please make sure you stay updated. Know what is happening. And also go global or go home. Some of you like acting too local. I'm telling you, you just within your surrounding. You don't know what is happening across the world. You need to go global. You need to go global. Go on LinkedIn, find up opportunities, volunteer, take new opportunities. And once you are going global, you are going to help your organization also go global. I don't know how to state this, but go global. It's not something that you need to joke with. Go global, because once you go global, you are relevant. Once you go global, you are exposed to new opportunities. Once you go global, you feel like, yes, I'm doing something. And all what I'm saying is, if you are not doing some of these things, you are going to get tired working, because it's just like wake up, work, go to work, wake up, go to work, wake up, and nothing new is happening. But you need to go global. Go global, right? Go attend international conferences, take on new opportunities. And sometimes it's expensive, I know. But if you cannot afford it, please, it simply means you are joking. Go global. Make sure there's a budget for you to go global every year. Attend international conferences, online, offline, just go global. No matter how you are going to go global, go. Visit international organizations. Just go there one day. And I do that a lot when I go to Dubai or South Africa or any part of the world. When I get the opportunity, I just walk in. I send emails to organizations. Oh, my name is Ibrahim Mustafa. I'm a public speaking coach. I want to come and visit your organization. I've seen that you are doing great things, and I want to come and visit. So let me know if it's possible. Some, they'll say yes. And that has given me opportunities, because once I go there, they want to know about me, right? And some people don't even allow me to go there. They'll turn it down because their organization, their policies that they don't allow like external visitors or whatever. And sometimes I'll pose as a customer. I want to buy your services, and I'll force and go and watch and see whatever they have. But then any email I send or any connections I make, they start to search on me. And that is giving me opportunities. So if I don't go there, if I go there and they want trainings, who will they call on to? They will call on me to do those trainings. So please go global and be professional and consistent. Just be professional. And professional is not about what you wear. No. Some of you think it's about what you wear, the suit. No. Be consistent. If you are good at work, be good at home. If you are good at home, be good at work. If you are good, just be good. There's nothing like work-life balance, whereby at home, this is the lifestyle. At work, this is the lifestyle. And this is the example I want to give you. If you squeeze an orange, right, no matter how you squeeze it, you can never get pawpaw juice. You are going to get orange juice. So if you are a bad person, no matter how you pretend, you can never be good at work. So be professional and be what? Consistent with that. Be professional and be consistent. And once you are professional, you get to know what to do, what not to do. You get to know your brand and know that this is not my brand. No, because you want to go global, you want to be big, you want to do great things. And you will be able to do more if you are professional and you are consistent about that. One thing I want you to know is, we've talked a lot. Go global, develop your online presence, do ABCD, be professional. But then, if you are not an expert in your field, no one will call on to you. So as you are building your brand, as you are building, trying to be ethical, be an expert in your field. If it is writing articles, do that. Creating more opportunities, do that. Whatever you want to do, make sure you are an expert in that field. Some of you don't know your expertise. So they ask you, okay, what type of accountant are you? It's not just enough to say, I'm just an accountant. No. What type? Or you are a chartered accountant. No, that's not an expert. It's just a title, right? It's just a title. Build on. Go on to say, okay, build an expertise in something, whereby people will get to know you more about that. Forensic auditor, whatever it is, build the expertise. Write books, write articles. So this means that you have sleepless nights. Some of you are too comfortable. So you're comfortable until they will send you somebody from a different country who may be your colleague, but then that person has built an expertise and everybody will be willing to work with that person. And you are just there. So building an expertise will simply means that applying your expertise. Make sure you are found. You work, you volunteer for United Nations, international organizations, you can volunteer for them. Be part of different channels. Be part of different networking groups and build that expertise, but then know how to introduce yourself and move on. So body language is and confidence is key. Body language is key. Some of you, when you come to work, will get to know whether you are happy or not. When they are paying you well, you show payday. When it's time for them to pay you, your body language is different. So you have inconsistent body language. Please, you need to build your confidence. You need to, one day maybe we'll get to do public speaking training, whereby you can be able to present in meetings in different platforms. But then your body language is key and your confidence can win you opportunities. Some of you are not confident enough. At meetings, they'll ask you to even just read something and you are not willing to do that. And it's not about your English. No, it's not about your grammar. Don't worry about grammar. Keep speaking. And the more you do that, the more you get better. The more you do that, the more you can create more opportunities. Someone asked me a question at that time. And the person asked me, why do you keep on speaking? Maybe when you go to, your certificate is just like BSc accounting. I have BSc accounting from KUST, and that's the end, right? But you keep on speaking at World Economic Forum, you go to UN, you do present. What is the secret? I just said, the secret is that I just wanted to communicate. And I keep communicating. I don't care about who is writing my grammatical errors or not. I'm a Sisala man from northern part of Ghana. If you ask me to speak Sisali, I can speak it well. English is not my language, but I am doing better. I'm doing better, and I'm able to use English to communicate. If you can hear me now, then I'm trying. So you need to build your confidence in that. Don't stay low because you feel like you make mistakes. Stand up. Use your body language. It's all part of how you can be able to become ethical in your workplace or whatever you do. Because if you're not confident, your organization will lose. If you don't even believe in yourself, your body language, you want to say one, and you say one, it doesn't work. So your body language is key. And maybe before we go for questions, your failures will come. I'm telling you, all what you've said, you do all of them, and some mistake will appear somewhere. You are going to be down. And that's the reality. Things will not go on well as you expect them to go on well. But I'm telling you, as a person, as someone who has a brand, you will rise up. You will do it again because you are consistent. Mistakes, failures, sometimes you cannot control them. Sometimes they come natural. Sometimes we cause the same mistakes and failures. But then don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on you. Rise up and let the world know that you are a member of IFA and you are not afraid. You believe in yourself and you will overcome all the challenges that come your way. And you are going to be what? At the top. I believe in you. I believe that, yes, it's time for us to be ethical, but it's time for us to build our brand so that when someone mentions our name, we are scared. They should be scared that, yes, this is that person. This person is a person of integrity. He's a professional, and you cannot do without him. And that is what I want you to build on, to be able to build your ethics. So I believe I'll pause here, and let's ask some questions. And because we have 10 minutes for us to move on.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mustafa. I'm short of words because a lot has been grasped already, and there's one thing I took note of. You should be an expert in your field. You should be an expert in your field. And as IFA members, we have our expertise, and that is what we always preach. I always tell members that when someone asks you what we mean when we say IFA is an SME-focused accounting professional body, our professionals are trained to face all the challenges in accounting, but then we train our professionals to rather specialize in that field of providing expert services and accounting consultancy to the SME sector. And believe you me, the SME sector, as we speak now, is controlling the world globally. Wherever you go, there are SMEs, and per the definition of SME in UK, it's any company whose turnover is less than 10 billion pounds. So it means that most of the companies we work around here in Africa and other parts of the world are categorized under the sector of SME. So we as IFA members are expertise in SME, and then we strive to build our expertise in that field. A lot has been grasped, and a lot has been said. If you have any quick question, you can put it in the Q&A section below your screen, and then I will read it for Mustafa to answer. Mustafa is a very busy man to get. So once we have been able to get him today, if you have anything, let's see. We have one from Adil. He says, very educative webinar. Yes, of course. We promise that, and we continue to offer that. And Elijah says, thanks a lot. You have really opened my mind today. Great lessons learned. Yes, a lot has been learned today. You know, and Mustafa, you spoke about having a LinkedIn profile. Did you know that most people have LinkedIn profiles that for some reasons best known to them? It is very archaic. It is a very archaic profile. Most have not updated their profile in the last 2 or 3 years. And there's one other thing I realized. Most of the professionals, we are talking about personal branding. Most of the professionals have one particular CV which they submit for every job. I think Mustafa has smiled. I read one of your sessions on that, and as time goes on, we hope to have you to educate us purely on that, so that we will know how to prepare tailor-made CVs, tailor-made presentations, presentation for a specific category, a specific assignment, or something. We have Benny Spain says very eye-opening. God bless you. Dixon Safo, excellent presentation. God bless you. Bafo, Mustafa, I'm really impacted today. Thank you. And I think Mustafa will be available on LinkedIn. We will share Mustafa's profile, the link to his profile. After creating the LinkedIn page, you can follow Mustafa on LinkedIn. If you require any service with regards to opening the LinkedIn page and having social media exposure, you can contact the IFA Ghana Chapter Secretariat. You can also contact Mustafa, and I'm sure it's not going to be a free service. I will not even allow it to be a free service. And if you require Mustafa for your corporates, your company's presentation to train your new staff, existing staff, HR issues, I think you will be available. Mustafa, can you drop your number so that so there is one question here before you drop your number from Julius Gima. He says, isn't it a conflict of interest if one keeps writing and posting about their company on their personal blog or podcast? Should you talk about your company when you are not the HR, the PA, the PR person? Can you be talking about your company always on your personal blog or podcast?
Right. So I think it depends on the code of ethics of your company. That's one. And some companies don't even allow that. Before you write anything about your company, you need to even consult. But then what you can use to build your brand is just listing that you work there, right? Can make a difference. So maybe you are the HR for maybe Unilever, or you are the accountant, or you consult for, and you list that in your profile, but not just posting about that or that. But then some companies too, they are flexible, and you can be able to always keep hammering on maybe there's a specific product or stuff. But in any case, that's why you need to become an expertise in your field. So you may not necessarily mention about your company always, right? But then you are posting things. And the reality of LinkedIn is the more you post, the more people go to your profile to view about you. So they'll get to see where you are working, the company you are working with. But then it's not always, don't do that just posting about your company always. No, build your expertise, but then list your company in your profile.
Okay, thank you. We have just 3 minutes to leave. I think any other question should be sent directly to Mustafa. Mustafa will type his email address and phone number in the chat section. You can just go there and have a look at Mustafa's email. Our next CPD event is going to take place on, I think, 31st May, and we are bringing Dr. Redu and Larry, the IFA Regional Director for Nigeria, to give us a session on corporate governance. And we are going to keep you updated on other CPD events as the time goes by. Let me thank you all for attending this session. The IFA London conference is taking place on 25th of May, sorry, and the Birmingham conference is taking place on I think 16th of June. I stand to be corrected. I will check the records again and send you all emails. Any member who requires an assistance to attend the conference, please do not hesitate to contact the secretariat. You can call me directly on 02019245938, or you can send an email, christiano@ifa.org.uk. Without much ado, thank you very much, Eva. Eva has been on the background, and thank you so much, Mustafa Ibrahim. We are very happy and delighted to have you chair this session for us. We hope that next time when we invite you, you are always going to be available to be on our session. Members, thank you so much for the 60 minutes you have spent with us. And we always appreciate your presence and your input. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike Dogbe.
Before we end the session, can I just say to all the members, the recording would be shared with you within from 24 to 48 hours, along with the slides and the contact details of Christian and Mustafa. Also, you can view our upcoming events on the CPD page and the IFA website. We do have the weekly emails which send it across the members, and I wish you a lovely afternoon here in UK and then evening in Ghana, and looking forward to seeing you in our upcoming events. And thank you very much again to Mustafa and Christian.
Sure. Bye bye, Eva. Bye,
Bye.
Mustafa. And bye, all of you.